Well, I'm Chris, and this is I bought a REDCAT Rampage XT used. It was $100. So this is a Traxxas body, and it's all there. So I'm definitely keeping this for my slashes. That's awesome. I like this body. But I want to show you something real weird and real stupid that just happened to me. So this thing is so big, so I had it outside. I live in Houston, Texas. It's a summer. It turns out there's a REDCAT dealer right by my job. I went in there and they had a body right there. $50. I bought it. This is from a MT. So we got a sticker sheet. I was actually going to do all this in a video, but look what happened. And I kind of had the body sitting on it like that. And look at this. Look what the sun did to my body. What in the world? Has this ever happened to anybody? It melted the body in several places. I told some RC people about it, and they're like, oh man, that's a piece of crap. Don't mess with REDCAT. REDCAT is in Arizona. I'm in Texas. I'm going to mess with REDCAT. They're an American company. I'm going to support them, just like I support Traxxas. So I like this stuff. I like the fact that we have this here. And I could mess with this big giant truck, even though this body melted like this. Really didn't want that body, but I wanted to break the ice with the hobby shop, the REDCAT dealer. He had a whole bunch of carburetors for these, a whole bunch of parts for these. And the owner knows about these. He buys these REDCAT Rampages. I believe this is a two-stroke engine, right? Like a freaking weeder engine. So for $100 in 2024, he said it runs. He was down there pulling it, trying to get it started. I said, no. I said, don't worry about it. I said, I believe you. Let's check the wheels out. Everything looks straight on it. He said it runs. You prime it, it starts up, and then it starts leaking gas or something. So I don't know anything about these. This guy didn't know anything about them. Nobody I know knows anything about these. So I left a comment on Hybrid's channel, and then he messaged me back talking about just go ahead and replace the carburetor. So we're going to take that apart and see if we can clean it out, blow it out. I turned it on. I primed it. The prime button doesn't feel right. I put the choke on, and I just see it loading up with fuel right here. So I'm just going to take the carburetor off. So you have to dive in with stuff like this, or you'll be out here for the rest of your life trying to start this damn thing up. Another thing, when you're getting one of these for the first time, you always drain that fuel tank and put fresh fuel in there. I actually have a weed eater that I need to get running too, so this is just working out perfect. Okay, we got a name on there. It looks clean. I don't see what's wrong with it. I mean, it looks freaking clean. I'm gonna remain calm and patient, but REDCAT is already kind of peeing me off a little bit. They have all the parts listed on their website. But whenever you actually get ready to order them, you see the out of stock. So you cannot buy this from the REDCAT website. I did buy one on Amazon. Make sure it's got that hole in it. You need to inspect all this stuff real closely. All the fuel lines are cracked. This can be very dangerous. And then the one that peed me off the most was, you think they'd have enough pipes in stock to last a while, but you can't buy this pipe. There is one for $69.99 on eBay, and I might buy it, but I ordered that cat box. So the guy said that it would start up, but then it would die or something like that. I don't know, but what I do know is this is missing pieces in it. So this is supposed to be a real Walbro. Okay, it does. Okay, that's how you tell. It says it on the bottom. Now, REDCAT will try to sell you one of these for $55. On Amazon, they're $35. So thank you, Hybrid, for letting me know. I had no clue on earth what was even going on. I never even seen a carburetor like this before in my life. Okay, so maybe this one was bent somehow. See how it kind of bends up. This is straight. We're just kind of speculating right here. This could definitely cause a faster than desired idle right there. This one doesn't even have a freaking cutout, so you're going to screw it cracking open to set your idle. So on that one, I think we're missing one fuel pump gasket. The diaphragm was ripped and they RTV siliconed it. And carburetors, don't play games with any of these parts on there. Get the correct kit, rebuild it, or buy another one. Don't start trying to rig up bull crap on these things. Okay, this is a little diaphragm. It's kind of stuck in there. I'm just going to leave it in there. So it all should be preset. They have that little gauge. I ordered one so that we can check that one out. So we're not going to go past this point. So if you have one of these and you don't know, go on the internet, type in Walbro WT instructions, and you should be able to find the exploded view and the kind of instruction manual on how to set up the idle and high-speed needle. So I did order one of those $15, a different brand carburetors. We're going to be testing that one out. Okay, so see how they do have that run down a little bit. So maybe that is where you want your idle. See how it is cracked open a little bit, so we're not going to touch the idle adjustment on here. Gasket, spacer, and then just we're reusing the old gasket. So one thing that's really burning my biscuit about these fifth scales is you go on the internet and the forums trying to ask questions or look for answers, and there's nothing in there. It's just every idiot is giving their opinion on what they think should be done. None of them give you the answer. I went in there trying to find out what is the oil to gas ratio, fuel ratio, what do they use. I'm also looking for how many pumps of the primer button. Absolutely nothing. Everybody's telling you something else, and then they're arguing with each other, talking about what color they're going to paint their car. I don't care what color you're going to paint your damn car. I don't care how many of them you have. My other channel always bitch about the forums for real cars. They ain't got nothing on the RC forums, especially on these. I don't care if people hate me. I don't give a damn. I'm not here to be your best friend. I don't give a damn if you hate me. Thumbs my video down and get the hell out of my life. I'm not on YouTube to make friends. I'm on here to document my experience, and if people want to watch it, they can. And then YouTube pays me a little bit of money. I was at the hardware store, thought, hey, let me get on my phone real quick, let me find this out. Nothing. So I just started looking at every bottle, and I found this big one, and then boom, it gave me some kind of chart. So then I started reading a little bit more, and it said 25:1 is the break-in oil ratio. So in case there has been damage done to this one, because I have no idea, we're going to go ahead and run about that ratio. So in case you're just an idiot and don't know anything, there are 8 ounces in a cup. And we can look here, there's no 25:1 ratio. So if we got 8 ounces for 16:1 and 4 ounces for 32:1, we can say that about 6 ounces would be 25:1. It's actually 5.1 ounces. It doesn't really matter. You just want to get somewhere in that range. And I guarantee you that this guy was running 40:1 or 50:1 like your regular weed eater. So 1 cup, half, we can go ahead and say just a little bit more than half is the amount of oil we need. So I'm just using this stuff, got it at Ace Hardware. It was $10, kind of expensive. We're gonna go ahead and just do that. Half a cup and pour it right in the gas. This is about a gallon. So my experience buying that pre-mixed fuel, use that after you get your machine running. To get it running for the first time, we have fresh gasoline, and then we just bought this oil, but make sure the gas is fresh. Another tip or trick starting Ninja for the first time is get you some starting fluid. This stuff is expensive. It's $10 a can now, but this is going to make your life so much easier. I actually do have a very good experience messing with small engines, but this one still kind of bothers me. It kind of scares me, give me a little bit of anxiety. All right, so just shake that oil up. So the objective in this video is just getting this thing started. We replaced the carburetor, we put a different exhaust on it, so don't hate me if this video kind of ends early. So he said it was running, so we're not troubleshooting an engine that doesn't start anymore. We're assuming the plug is good. We just need to figure out how to get fuel up there. So that's why you're going to want to use your starting fluid, because you're going to have to pull it a whole bunch and get it to suck it up. Turn our remote on. So I had to program it for throttle trim to our multi-function. With throttle trim open, we can only give it about a quarter throttle. So our throttle's quarter. We're going to close the choke. Be super careful when you're playing with gasoline and fire engines. These things are dangerous. And remember, this is your kill switch right here. And if anything, pull the plug off. Just hold it down, pull the plug off if this thing starts catching on fire, doing anything weird. First time starting one of these. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know you hybrid, but you told me to go buy a brand new carburetor, and that's what I did. That's the Walbro, the real one. It was a win. I was talking to my friend at work. I was like, I'm all freaking out, like having anxiety about starting this thing. He's like, oh, we start every other one of them. I don't see why you have a problem with that one. I was like, man, I don't know, man. The carburetor's weird. Why I got so excited is because we have a low idle, healthy idle, and we're not spinning so fast that we're engaging the clutch. So another thing is, I'm doing it with my bad hand right now. You don't have to jerk the shit out of it. Just kind of get a rhythm and pull with the rhythm. If you're feeling it fight, man, you got something going on wrong. All these fuel lines are bad. The new tank is going to come with new fuel lines and this new grommet. It's not staying sealed in there, and I just don't want to risk a fire. I don't know, that can happen. So if your fuel lines have those cracks in them like that, they will start leaking. This one just started leaking right now. Look what just came in the mail right now. This was supposed to take 2 weeks to get here. Maybe because I'm on Amazon Prime, I don't know. It took 2 days to get here. So brand new tank. REDCAT does not have it in stock. Awesome, love that so much. It was real funny because one hobby shop had it, and I called him. I said, can you please go put your eyes on it and make sure it has the hole through it? And I was like, because the electric model's fuel tank might be different. I really did say that. He called me back saying he couldn't find the tank. So I had to get it on Amazon. That's fine. Oh my God, what the come on, man. So the only thing with the cat box is the fuel lines want to hit right there. So man, you better be careful if you buy one of these used. Most people don't have all the little things I have and tools to work with, and I'm having a horrible time with this. So what was messing me up so much was the fact that this damn thing is on there upside down. So I thought that this was the high speed and this was the low speed. So break-in is 25 to 1, and then you run it with about 30 after 8 hours. That's what the instructions. Finally found the instructions on this. So if you're like me and can't, you have to look up Fuelie. See, the Fuelie is kind of not there, but look up Fuelie. You'll find this engine and you'll find the startup procedure for it. And even on that procedure, they're not specific with the pump. So if you want to pump one, see what happens, and then pump it 2 times. The low speed needle is on this side. So I went ahead and closed the high speed needle all the way. And then we opened it up to factory 1 1/4 turns. I primed it 2 times. Prime it once and see if it'll bump. And I primed it 2 times. That was the magic number. We have the choke closed. And initially we had the throttle open about 1/8 to get it from a cold start, just like the instructions say. So you're gonna have to adjust it with your throttle trim. You can see how it's moving a little bit. So, okay, so see that's closed. And then we open it just about 1/8. That will help it when you try to get it started at first. Once it bumped a little bit, I then realized that I wasn't pushing the primer bulb enough, and I pumped it twice. Boom, it started right up, and now this is where we are. So let's go ahead and try to pull it one more time and see what happens. Another tip is get you a rag, because I done messed up my hands. And the problem is I don't have any experience with that carburetor, and like I said, it was upside down, so be super careful. I'm going to say that over and over again. We still have the high speed closed, but high speed is only for after about half throttle, half to full, a wide open throttle. So the main thing in any engine is to get it idle, and we're going to get it idling. We're going to show you the different things in case you're new. You don't need the choke on since it's kind of warmed up. Oh, the should start right up. One 1/4 is where you start. So this adjusts your air. It's going to change your idle speed. You can have it running fast if you like that, but me, I like them to idle slow. Adjust the throttle trim to crack it a little bit to get it to start. I am just going to turn it a little bit, and then as it warms up, you see, lower it down. Okay, so this thing has consistently been starting 5, 6, 7 times, and it idles perfect. And we have it just on the factory 1 1/4 turns out for the low speed. So next video, we're gonna be taking this out for a ride and trying to get that high speed dialed in, because it's closed all the way right now, because I was trying to isolate the idle only because I was having issues. So I always remember to turn all this stuff off, all that stuff off. All right, and so for the body, I took a heat gun and I got it a little bit straighter. Let's see what it looks like with the film off. Looks a lot better. All right, I mean it doesn't look too bad. So that's the straightest I could get. It took me like an hour. It was out there all Saturday and then half of Sunday. So this will just become the basher body, or the body I run. The other one, you'll see it in the next video. We'll have stickers on both of these. That side wasn't damaged, but the hood dropped down, this dropped down, so did this, but I kind of fixed that a little bit. See you in the next video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.